Have you ever noticed how some of the most intelligent people you know seem to walk through life alone, while those of average mind are always surrounded by friends? You might chalk it up to arrogance or maybe just a lack of social skills. But what if the reason is far more profound? The brutal truth, echoed by philosophers like Arthur Schopenhauer, is that your intelligence can act like a mirror. And in a world that often avoids looking too closely at itself, people don't always thank you for holding up that mirror. This isn't about ego. It's about a fundamental conflict between the individual mind and the social group, a conflict that thinkers like Friedrich Nietzsche saw with painful clarity. Section 1. The Unwanted Reflection. At the heart of the issue is something you could call the mirror effect, an idea with deep roots in philosophy. Your intelligence, often without you even saying a word, reflects back the limitations and unexamined beliefs of those around you. When you quickly grasp a complex idea, connect seemingly random dots, or see the flaw in a popular argument, you aren't trying to make anyone feel inferior. But sometimes they do. This creates a hidden, unspoken resentment. People can't just admit they feel threatened by your intellect without admitting their own insecurity, so that feeling just festers. It slips out in subtle ways. You're called intense, a know-it-all, or someone who overthinks things. Each label is a gentle push to the sidelines, a small punishment for disrupting the comfortable group consensus. It often feels like society doesn't punish ignorance, but it's quick to punish the person who points out that the emperor has no clothes. Section 2. The Herd and the Outsider. Friedrich Nietzsche took this idea a step further. He argued that society largely operates on a herd morality, a set of shared, unexamined values designed to promote comfort and conformity above all else. The herd values what's average because it's non-threatening. It's driven by a deep fear of the exceptional individual who dares to rise above the collective. As a highly analytical person, your nature itself can be a threat to this order. You are driven to question, to analyze, and to seek truth, even when that truth is uncomfortable. Your mind refuses to just accept comforting lies because they're popular. This is why, as Nietzsche's philosophy suggests, the independent individual is in a constant struggle to keep from being overwhelmed by the tribe. This struggle is why you can feel like an outcast. You aren't broken, you're simply refusing to be absorbed into a collective that values fitting in over thinking for yourself. Section 3. From social curse to chosen solitude. So what now? Are you doomed to be a lonely outcast? Not exactly. This is where the narrative shifts. The loneliness you feel isn't just a passive consequence of being rejected. For a mind like Nietzsche's, it can also become an active choice, a psychological necessity. He believed that true, original thought actually requires solitude. The constant noise of social life, the pressure to conform, and the endless small talk are like static that drowns out the signal of deep insight. This isn't about becoming a hermit. It's about a profound shift in perspective. Instead of seeing your solitude as a curse, you can begin to see it as a space for growth and creativity. While some seek company to escape their own inner emptiness, your mind can be a rich, self-sufficient world. You start to realize that the approval you were seeking from the herd was never worth the price of your own authenticity. Solitude stops being a punishment and becomes your greatest strength, a tool for reflection, creation, and building a life of genuine meaning. This can be a lonely path, but you don't have to walk it entirely by yourself. The irony is that when you stop trying so hard to fit in with everyone, you create space for the right people to find you. Other independent thinkers who value depth and authenticity. If this resonates with you, share your experience in the comments. Have you ever felt like your intelligence was a mirror? Let's build a community for those who get it. Conclusion. The social curse of intelligence is truly a double-edged sword. It isolates you from the crowd, but it also liberates you from its limitations. That feeling of being an outcast is the price you sometimes pay for seeing the world with a little more clarity. But it's also the first step toward true independence. It forces you to find validation, not from the outside world, but from within. It teaches you that true belonging doesn't come from being accepted by the herd, but from the courage to stand apart and be fully, unapologetically yourself.